Hello everyone and welcome to Ready City Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master Han, and today I'm joined by my usual rigmarole of players. Let's start it off with the one in the stripy t-shirt.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'll be playing a resident demon warlock, Gabriella, and the second best face in the party, and its slightly faulty moral compass. And I'll pass the torch on to the most trustworthy and smooth criminal of the bunch.
Yes, indeed. My name is Wilsort, and I play Sullivan. As my colleague said, the most trustworthy member of this party, and I accompanied my dog, Bear, today, licking his own balls. And I'm gonna pass it to the person on my left, right, left.
Left of you,
opposite.
yeah.
I don't know where anyone
You.
is. Is it me?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm George. I'm playing Esvele Rosnar, the human bard. This session I will try not to die, but no promises. And I will pass it to the man who could have saved me, but chose not to.
It's only because he's very, very self-interested and doesn't actually care about other people. It's not a personal thing. Hi, I'm Rob. I play Logan Margaster, human paladin. The other charisma caster, not the other charisma caster, and apparently the man that needs to do everything in the party. Who knows?
It's a heavyweight to bear. Right, yesterday when we left off, you continued your journeys up Kolat Towers. You basically found a strange glyph at the highest point in the tallest tower and began to attack it, thinking that it is tied to protecting projecting the outer force field that protects Kolat Towers. You've did a little bit of damage to it, and then a red slad popped out and attacked the party.
And then the red slot did a little bit of damage to us.
A little bit of damage.
A little bit of damage.
It fucked you up pretty bad, especially after the fight with the wizards, the falling, the animated armor that came together. There was a lot.
The poisonous gas.
Poisonous gas, the flesh golem. There's a lot.
I feel like they didn't want us in this tower.
Really?
Unfortunately, during that red slad battle, Esvele did fall to the ground, and as it attacked kill, it knocked her down to 2 field death saves. When it came to roll her first saving throw, she unfortunately died. The party attempted to use a Revivify scroll, however it failed with 2 nat 1s. God, the dice gods did not want her to live that day. But using her renown and connections with the Order of the Gauntlet, Gabriella was able to get a reduced cost Raise the Dead spell for her, which has been marked off as twice now for her. She doesn't know how many times that is possible to keep using until they run out of things like diamonds, etc. in that organization. You headed back to the Old Familiar. It's only lunchtime. You've only been up like 4 hours. You're all a bit battered and worse for wear. Logan was heading off to see his family. And Gabriella was going to the Blackstaff for help regarding Manchun. Esvele said she was going to go sleep because she's fucked. And Sullivan, you were also, I believe, just going to take a rest. Unless anything you guys would like to do apart from those.
Did I get touched by Logan this morning?
It's not the next morning. It's still the same day.
Ah, okay.
It literally, this has all happened. You guys woke up at
It's been a few hours.
like 8 a.m. and it's like just gone 1, let's say.
It's been a Monday.
It's
Yeah.
been a fucking
Only
Monday.
Mondays can have mornings this bad.
I'm gonna. Do you know what? Oh, I'm gonna actually go to the only portal to see Yagra, see if she's got any side jobs or anything that she needs to do, because I haven't spoken to her in a while.
Sure thing. Sure. That one will probably be the fastest, so...
Also, DM, would you be able to...
Make your dog stop barking? No, I don't know how to do that, sorry.
Yeah. I'll close the door in a minute. Just to... can you remind me what's my renown on the... fucking hell, Zentharin?
I can check.
I think it's 2. Or 1. Because it didn't really do much either way. Because I remember that we went to a safe level, then he went down 1.
Gained 1 from that mission.
Because I got 2, then I think I went down one because I can't remember what happened. I think I lost one.
Gained 1 for that mission. You have 2 because although you found Dasher the were-rat, I don't believe you got the full reward.
Yep.
And I think you cut out the Zents,
Yes, I believe I did.
which is why you lost. So you have 2 currently.
Okay, cool. And then the Black Staffer now, is that the group together?
The Black Staff
Is it-
is the Grey Hands, yeah, so that would be everyone together.
Boss Grey, I've got 4 for those.
Yep, that sounds
written
right.
down. Yeah.
If you have perfect score with all of them, you would have 4 because you've kind of fucked your relation with Zentrum a little bit with the last mission. It's remained at 2. It's not gone up. You missed out on 2 points
cool,
of that one.
Cool.
Alrighty. So with that in mind, we'll quickly do Sullivan going to find Yagra anyway. You go to the Yawning Portal, and you seek her out, and you see that she is her usual table. You approach her. You see the raucous kind of atmosphere around. She gives you a little nod. I think you literally sit down, and she goes like, "Oh, what?"
Hello, Yagra. No, first of all, no hard feelings from from what happened last time. Just put it out there. I hope there's no anything bad between me and you at the moment. Anyway, I think it's been a little while since I've heard anything from you, from the group. I was just wondering if there's any jobs that need doing, anything that needs Sullivan's specialties. I'm here. I'm open for service. Just saying.
Fairly quiet at the moment, but we're just waiting for Davil to get out of prison. I think he's had a good old chat with the open lord. So hopefully that's put us in good standing, and we're hoping he'll be let out soon. I think he said he wanted to talk to you when he got out, but don't know how long it's going to take. Right now, nothing overly pressing, unless you want some small chump change jobs. You got some few pickpocket rackets.
In fact, I know you're very good if obtain information or know things, your way around town. And I was wondering if you by chance know of a way to get into Mansion's tower without having to go for the front gate, using the medallion thing that goes through the force shield. It's like a secret passage, maybe underneath the tower, or...
I don't know where Mansion's tower is, or is that a shop?
The name of the fucking tower. I forgot the name of the tower now. The tower where the other the other interim, does the thing.
Oh, you know where the hideout is?
Well, I've been told, and that's why I want to go in there and investigate. Maybe I can
Okay.
find some information that's going to be useful for
Make
you
me
too.
a persuasion check, Sullivan.
Oh, my mouse is not working properly. Come on, click.
Okay. The Yagra goes very quiet, and she pulls you in to come close and goes, "Right, look. I think Davil is going to want to talk to you about this personally, but pretty sure that Schemo might be a rat. It's been sending deliveries to other members of the Doom agents, the Doom Raiders. I need to get the details from Davil. But
Isn't Devil still, locked up?
we can still get messages back and forth. I'll get a paper bird sent to you when I can. Even if just check him out, see what's going on. I think he might be doing to timing us with the other ends. If you do get the opportunity to deal with him, make it look like an
Yes.
accident if you can.
Absolutely. That's my specialty. Don't worry.
Go down easy.
They won't even know I was there.
Fair enough.
So he's saying Skibbo might know some sort of way of potentially getting in there.
I don't know if he knows a way, but I had suspicion for a while now that he's not exactly been sharing his full hand with us. That probably means he's working either for both sides or he's already working for them and has no intention of helping us anymore. If you found their hideout, I imagine if we get rumbled and he knows we're coming, that's where he'll be scarpering off to. That's why we can't descend on him as the group, because he'll know, he'll run. Could be a bit more subtle.
Okay, so you're meant to just to go there and question him a little bit, or do you want me just to finish him off?
Whatever you think is necessary, but again, try to make it look like an accident. Davil hasn't approved this. This is just going a little bit off the cuff here.
Okay.
If you want,
live with him.
Scare him, follow him, see if he goes to this hideout that you think it's there. That maybe will confirm our suspicions, and we can all take him down together. Once he's there, it's not like he can run anywhere else.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, live with me. I'll work something out.
All right.
Well, that's very useful, and I'll be waiting for the letter or the paper bird or whatever it is from Davil as well. You know where to find me. See you later. Bye bye.
Nod, you leave. Meanwhile, Logan, you head home, back to the Margaster estate. You see your lovely butler, your mother. You have a little catch up, little chat. Anything kind of in particular? Want to do
No. Probably just showing my face and probably not hiding the fact that I've probably had to stretch to 2 coin purses since the last time I saw them. So just wanted to show that, things are going well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Not making it too obvious because, money talks. People don't talk about money in these circles.
It's true. Yes, you reach out, to your family, have a little catch up, little chat. There's no look a lot of money you have or any chat like that. But yeah, it's just nice to kind of be around people you know and able to relax, and especially after the experiences you've had in the last while. Familiar faces are good. And Gabriella, you head down to Blackstaff Tower.
Indeed.
Okay. You are greeted by the familiar door knocker on the entrance, who sees you approach and squints in anticipation.
He will ask, do I have to knock, or can you open on yourself?
Oh, I can knock myself if you ask. Bong, bong, bong. And then the door swings open.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. And she make her way through.
Yep, you step inside. You see the familiar spiral staircase in the middle of the ethereal tower with the variety of doors along the place. And you see a stairwell forming under her feet as she kind of walks down them one step after the other. With her quite, well versed form, and you see Vajra there, and she kind of gives a little nod and goes like, well, what can we do for you, Miss Duran?
Blackstaff, thank you for having me. I hope I'm not disturbing any urgent business.
Just, the safety of the city, but apart from that.
Well, that's what the news I bring surely concerns the safety of the city. Would you happen to be aware of who Manishun would be?
That's a very good question. Would I, the Blackstaff, be aware who Manishun is? Yes, I would. You mean the very powerful mage?
Indeed.
From must be a good while ago since he was active.
Well, currently he's active now. from what I understood, he's quite hard to put down for good. Long story short, do you know Kolat Towers?
Yes, I'm aware of the old Kolat Towers. It's quite an audacious claim you're making. The original Manchun perished back in the Manchun Wars, as did all of the clones.
I'll say the facts, and you can take your word for it, or put the pieces together yourself. One of the Zentrum factions has a hideout in the Kolat Towers. The towers themselves are surrounded by a very powerful force field that is generated by a glyph. So she would try. Could you try to reproduce the glyph that she saw on a piece of paper, maybe?
Yeah. Make me just an intelligence check. Just like you can add Arcana to it if you like. Just try to. It's your understanding of arcane text and things like that.
15.
15. Yeah, you're able to get pretty accurate representation of it. Sorry. Do you draw it before it changed, like when you first saw it, or do you draw it as it currently was when you last left it?
Could you do both, before and after?
Yep. You see, it says all the time inspecting it. I'll make a quick roll for her.
Whoever did this was no mere bandit or a street kingpin. This is, from what I understand, quite decently powerful magic to generate a force field around the entirety of Kolat Towers. And lastly, all of the people in those towers refer to their boss as Manchun. That is in his. Did they say he was where he was specifically, like in his office or in? Well, I'm not sure.
Well, the Kolat Towers was originally built by two wizards. I believe that wall of force that surrounds it was does date back prior to when they first built it, when it was with the original construction. It's possible someone like Manchun could have done it. The rune looks like older magic, definitely. Does beg a lot of questions.
Questions that could be worth investigating, and that is why I've came. I have also visited the Odd of the Gauntlet, and from what I understand, they also have interest in the Kolat Towers and the Zentrum hidden inside, and I had the idea that with the combined forces of Force Grey and the Paladins of Tyr that reside in the Temple of the Gauntlet, taking the tower could be a possibility if a small team disabled the force field from the inside. That would allow the conjoined forces to raid the area. And either put a stop to the Zentrum activity at least, which would be a benefit for the city, or at best, catch a lingering threat from old ages, as would Manchun be.
If Manchun truly is in the city, you've not seen him, you've just heard the name. It could be someone taking the guise, but if it is one of these simulacrums that got away, it is quite dangerous, and it will be very important we deal with that quickly. I don't know what you know about Manchun, the original founder of the Zentrum, like hundreds of years ago, like a very powerful archmage. Ancient.
I understood that he had many clones that then fought each other, and others. It was a whole thing, I think.
Yes, the clones are not quite. They're not clones in the form of simulacrum. They were based on what we were able to discover from the aftermath of the Manchun Wars. The clones all became alive and sought to fight each other, mainly destroying a lot of collateral in the process. But the last of them apparently died in a very powerful spell. Took out a load of them at once, it looked like, and then no more, it seemed. That was some time ago.
From what I understand, the person, if it's the person they refer to as Manchun, the people who work under him are very much afraid of him and very confident in his abilities. So confident, in fact, that when somebody found out that we were infiltrating the place and that we were only there to confront Manchun or, their boss, they let us pass with full confidence that we wouldn't make it out alive after meeting him.
Very well.
So that's why I proposed a conjoined effort with the out of the gauntlet to prevent, life loss. Sorry, words not wording.
Well, if you have the gauntlet on side, that may be enough to do whatever you need to do.
Perhaps, but we would need assistance in getting into the tower itself. I believe our method of infiltration won't work a second time. Teleportation spell would be ideal, but if you have any other suggestions how to get into a high, closed-off tower behind the magical force field, I'd be all ears.
The only studies and things we have that Jeff referenced it would be that it is a very similar to the Wall of Force spell. So any way you could overcome that be sufficient. We have tried using Disintegrate on it before. It does not work. And also dispelling it does not seem to have any effect. But the closest thing that we can see is that it is some kind of Wall of Force, so similar.
Very well. Would there be any resources that the Force Grey could allocate to aid in this effort? What we would be mainly interested is a spell scroll of something like Dimension Door, perhaps, because nobody in our current setup or in our current group has the ability to get to such a vantage point.
I could probably set aside a couple of scrolls of Dimension Door for you. Call it a favor. You need to get me hard evidence that Manchun's in there. If he is, I can destroy those towers so you can get the barrier down.
So hard evidence.
As in, you see him and you verbally are able to confirm that you've seen him, not just someone with the name of. You need to look at this person and say, that's the dead, ancient Archmage Manchun who threatened the city and everyone here.
How about... And if... Alright, fair enough. Would you be willing to lend us these scrolls of Dimension Door prior to hard proof? I was thinking of getting inside, and in case of seeing him, we could use some communication spell, perhaps, to let you know right away.
Let me see. I do have a couple of sending stones. You could contact me via.
That will be ideal.
How powerful is your magic capability?
My personal, as the caster in our group, is... Alright, the most powerful spell that I'm able to cast as of now is something akin to Misty Step or Hold Person.
Then a Dimension Door spell is way out of your roadhouse. These scrolls might not work.
I only heard about them. As I only heard of the spell, it was the only thing that I could think of. We did have a mishap with Squad. I would be unfortunate.
I could come down, but I worry that will draw a slight bit of attention.
Well, if you were in disguise, perhaps.
I don't have disguise self prepared today. Neither do I have Dimension Door, but I could use the scrolls.
Well, we don't have to do it today. We still have, for one, our party still needs to rest after our infiltration that went a bit AWOL. And things still need to be arranged with the gauntlet itself. They only talked about interest. They still haven't pledged allegiance just yet. So I was just, treading the waters, per se.
Fair enough. I could prepare a teleport spell, and I could get you on the other side of that barrier, no problem. And then Missy step myself back to safety. And I'll begin orchestrating a way to deal with those towers once you confirm that Manchun's in them.
Very well. So, your aid and the sending stones, of course, so we can let you know as soon as possible.
Yes, I'll be nearby. I'll stay close by, but I'll need a little bit of time to...
Do you have any idea how we will be dealing with those towers, as in... Did we get outside before you do so?
I would recommend you get eyes on him, contact me, and you tell me how long it'll take you to get on the street level again and out.
Very well.
I can't guarantee your safety if you remain inside those towers.
Do you have a description of this Manishun person? Because I only heard about him. Is there any records of his appearance?
Let me think back. I don't know if anyone who held the Black Staff has had any direct contact with Manshun. It was, he definitely clashed with, let's see. I believe Elminster clashed with him. Maybe Aaron's son. Let me check with him. See, she pauses, holds the staff for a while. We're in luck. Kelvin did clash with Manshun. Far back when this staff was made by Kelvin himself. Kelvin describes him as a pale figure, long, black hair, human man, average height and build, not overly strong, but by no means weak. Good jawline, attractive features, very intelligent. Beyond even Kelvin admits to being outsmarted by him a few times.
Well, thank you. So, I'll go arrange things with the Order of the Gauntlet. Maybe they could set up a perimeter just to prevent any escapees from the towers and your Wrath.
I feel, just based on what Kelvin's able to tell me right now, this might not be true for this one. If this is a clone, I don't know where the level of power extends to or not. But apparently, the last time Kelvin fought Manshun, he had to counterspell 2 of a very powerful spell. Have you ever heard of Power Word Kill?
No, but the name of it kind of gives away what it has.
It is from one of the strongest circles of magic. It takes years of training and practice to even be able to summon the energy to cast one. If this Manshun could cast multiple a day, just bear in mind, this is not a... She looks at you and doesn't want to say you're squishy and small, but she's like, this may be beyond you. Confirm he's there. Confirm it's not some, layabout wizard who's taken on the mantle and is trying to use it to use the power of the name to evoke fear or anything like that. Make sure it's him.
None of us have the... No, none of us are planning on confronting an ancient wizard. God. Well...
If you do, maybe you're better playing up to your chatty nature.
Fair enough.
Try to engage in a battle of wits rather than magic or combat. If you do, I wouldn't see it going well. That get the identification, tell me how long it's going to take you to get out, and get out.
Very well. Alright, I'll go arrange things with the others, and I'll contact you once things are set. And thank you for your assistance and willingness and time, of course.
Indeed. Well, we must protect the city and its people.
Of course. I'll do my best to relay all the information that's needed by tomorrow, hopefully.
Fair enough.
That should be enough time for you to prepare all that's needed, correct?
Yes, I should have this teleport spell ready and everything else I need for the assistance you may require.
Thank you again. Well, I'll be on my way. There's much to be said and much to be done.
Nods and you leave. We head back to the
She will probably look around if she can find the rest of the party.
Yeah. You look around the All Familiar, or
So,
Waterdeep in general.
She'd probably go to the Old Familiar first.
Cool. You could do it familiar. You probably find Esvele is in her room, I imagine, the tower.
Maybe.
Or did you move into Bosco's cleared out attic
I
space?
moved into the attic.
Esvele has moved into the old attic storage room. Bosco freed up.
Cool. Yeah, she'd probably just knock on the door. Esfele, how you doing well? Or decent? I don't got a nap in?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you?
I mean, I died earlier, so I could be better, but I'm not dead, so it could be worse.
Fair enough. I'm looking for that as there was a bit of a development in the case of Koat Towers. Care to join me and hopefully Logan and Sullivan for a drink downstairs? Or you still need to rest up?
Oh, let's find out what we're doing next.
Yes, indeed. And then she'd go looking for Logan in his room, and after that, Sully in his or downstairs at the bar.
You head downstairs. You check Logan's room on the way past. Logan, I suppose you're still out with your family?
Still out. I'd probably end up walking in as they're mid-conversation in the bar.
Cool. And Sullivan, knock on your door. Does that rouse anything from you, or are you still out and about?
Probably still out and about. I think I'm probably still on the way back to the tavern.
Cool. So yes, no one else seems to be home, Gabriella. Bosco was downstairs tinkering on something, like working away at the table.
Yeah, she'll take a seat and seems like, Logan, do you have a bit of time? I need to talk to you with something, and with Sullivan when he gets here.
Of course. Why not?
How's the family?
Yeah, fine. Still, them.
Fair enough. So, yeah, she'd grab a bottle of wine and one glass and take a seat.
I would probably... Have you got a bottle and a glass?
Yes.
Cool. I'd probably grab a glass and come join you.
Estelle, want some wine, or are you good for now?
I will take as much as you will give me.
Well, we own a tavern.
Just be careful, because you already look like shit. So don't push it with the wine. You need to recuperate.
The wine is the recuperation.
So, I visited the Blackstaff, and I managed to arrange some semblance of a plan. The Blackstaff is willing to get us into the towers, teleport us to the sigil. We destroy it. As soon as that happens, she asked if we could identify if the person who is leading this operation really is Manshun. If that is so, we have to. She told us to get out, and she will take care of the rest.
I'm assuming it's not as simple as you just made it sound.
Well, those are the steps. The hardest part would be finding Manshun himself and confirming it's him.
And then getting out there alive.
Yes. The reason we need to get out of there is... Yeah, I don't want to imagine what the Blackstaff will do to those towers, but she did sound rather intimidating. She said it, so... Yeah. I also talked with all of the Gauntlet while we were taking care of you, and they expressed willingness to aid us in the effort of the Koat Tower, so perhaps they would also be able to maybe set up a perimeter, maybe act as backup, if things go, tits up.
I have a question.
Yes.
If this is even possible, why have these big groups not done it already?
Honestly, I am asking the same. And
is it because it's a fucking stupid idea, and that our idea of just walking catawampus into there and just magically getting rid of this thing isn't going to work other than to get us Sviled? I'm making that a thing, by the way, for dead.
well, the
Good to get
sigil.
Sviled.
the sigil itself and its destruction is not an issue, because if Sullivan shooting at it compromised it enough to, if he shot it maybe 2 to 3 more times, it would break. So breaking the barrier is not the issue. From what the reservations of the Blackstaff, from what I understood when I talked with her, is that she doesn't want to waste her time with somebody who doesn't have to be such a threat as Manchun is. So she's willing to get us in there to confirm if he's what we think he is, a powerful wizard, and if he's not, she doesn't want to waste her time with that. Or an energy. As for the Order of the Gauntlet, I believe they're not particularly suited to infiltration and arcane destruction. So that's why they're not able to break through the barrier. We are, after all, not that many talismans or whatever to get a small platoon through efficiently.
And we definitely have to do this.
Well,
do we have another option? I'm open to other options, personally.
That's why I'm discussing with you, because, if there are other options, I'm all ears. This is the option I thought of when I saw the situation, but it doesn't have to be the one we go with. I just arranged that for, aid from both the Blackstaff and the Order of the Gauntlet, and we could do with that what we need, not necessarily what I just said.
I mean, if we've proven anything, it's that we definitely need some form of help in there. Considering that, a frog took us out.
Yes. I'm not. Could Gabriella roll a check to see what she knows about the teleport spell?
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
16. I can add a d4 to that.
I would.
On a failure, 19.
17 was DC because it's level 7 spell. Yes, so you know all about the teleport spell. Like you can take up to 7 willing creatures, whatever it is, with you into an area you're either familiar with. So like if you're very familiar, it's like there's chances it can fuck up. You would know that as well.
What she's interested in is the amount of people.
Teleport, I believe, is you and 8 others, or an object which is no bigger than large. I think.
Yes. So, from what I understand, the Blackstaff has suggested a teleport spell, which can fit altogether the caster and 7 other people. Correct?
No, the caster and 8 other people.
Oh, sorry.
Or an object which fits entirely inside a 10-foot cube, so a large object. Damn, that's good memory.
That's because I used it fucking every other session towards the end of the towns.
So, yes, the spell itself can transport the caster and 8 other creatures or people, or a large object. So, in theory, we could teleport inside with backup from the Order of the Gauntlet, who are pretty well combat focused and could be of great help in getting through the towers. I could ask Sarah. I think she might be interested in such a mission. So it wouldn't be just us, it would be a team, a strike team per se. Well, of course, we're not planning on fighting Manchun when we meet him. What I understood is to confirm, use a sending stone, and get the fuck out of Dodge.
And do you have a portrait of Manchun?
I had a description.
A good description?
Is he very distinctive? Does he have scars and wounds and such? Is he 11 foot tall or built like a mouse?
As much as I hate to agree with him, he's right. If we are going to go through all of this, it would be embarrassing to wrongly report a wizard.
Logan will just randomly cheers people around the bar who have no awareness of his presence.
Oh, that's nice.
At this time, Sullivan would have been back, probably just like snuck in for the back and just listening for the corner.
Well,
But how about this stone? What are we going to do about the stone if Monsieur has possession of it?
we take it. Also, to his description, the description I was given was from a prior...
Slight amendment. He would be described as a very average height and build human man, pale skin, long black hair, but he would normally wore like very audacious like masks. Like normally ones that only really allowed like sort of like the area around his eyes to be revealed, similar to like a balaclava almost, like in style or shape, but not woolen fabric normally made of like metals or wood or things like that.
I don't know what it says about me as a person that you will like mask that hide his entire face, and I was like, gimp mask, got it.
He also has been reported to not wear them, but normally a lot of times you saw Manchun, he would have been seen wearing one of these like masks or like a hood that covered his features or
Gimp mask wizard, got it.
He used the description. Like this description was given to me by the prior black staff who fought with Manchun way back when. Courtesy of whatever the hell the black staff does with her staff.
Don't you think that if Manchun was wearing a mask, he must have some of decoys around his tower? People dressed like him, but they're not.
Well, if he put the effort into setting up a decoy that looks like him, it's decent enough to think that he's in the tower itself. Therefore, destroying it would make sense.
Okay.
I don't know.
So anyway, but who is saying we're gonna get the stone from him? Who is gonna get the stone if we're not gonna fight him? If we're not gonna do, how we're gonna get the stone from him? It's gonna wait for the gauntlets to come in, take him, and then what?
Well, I think there won't be much left of the towers after the black staff are done with it.
And does that mean the stone is gonna go down to Rumble too?
That is a good question, to be honest.
I mean, how sturdy are these stones? Could just sift through the rubble afterwards.
It's different. That is it. If the whole tower collapse onto a single little stone, I find it's almost impossible to find it.
Well, Sully, it's very simple. You just got to get the stone before you call the black staff in. Ah, fuck! Cut myself.
That's Bosco.
Thanks, Bosco, for the insight.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, Sully has a point. I didn't.
Bosco cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Also, we need to figure out if he's gonna have this stone on him or if it's gonna be somewhere around the tower. So perhaps we need to find his quarters, or somewhere where he would be before we even find him.
Probably cached in some chest behind 1,000 traps in some puzzle. That's where wizards like to hide things.
Most likely, yes. Probably behind another dozens of those, big red frog things. Just saying.
Maybe
Speaking of those frog things, felt any tadpoles squirming out of your insides yet?
Not yet. I kind of just give Logan a little look. But soon, I'll make sure it doesn't come out. Isn't that right, Logan?
As long as you ask to be touched in the morning, nice and early, then yes, you'll be fine.
As long as no one is watching, my friend, you can touch me as much as you want. Okay, but that came out very wrong.
Yes, we'll see.
Anyway, so what's the plan? You're gonna go there, you're gonna teleport us to the tower, we're gonna find Manchun, we're gonna let them know who Manchun is. Then we're gonna get out of there, and then you're gonna come
and
invade the tower.
That was the plan until you mentioned the stone, to be honest. That's
the whole point of us going to the stone. My friend, I don't care about Manchun. All I care is about that stone. That's it. That's what we need to get. Even if you stay alive somehow, just leave the man be. I mean, he's lived for centuries anyway. I mean, I can try to take it from him somehow, but how are we going to get close to him?
We don't even know where it is. We couldn't find it when we went in there the first time.
That's what I mean.
Or Manchun.
Isn't there some magical means of finding things?
I mean,
Probably.
there was still a secret passage on that last room you were in the tower.
Can I do an Arcana check to know if I know of a magical means of finding something?
Sure.
I don't.
You do not.
I have never rolled a plus like above like a 10 on this character.
Rolled a couple of 20s.
Real issue.
I mean, what
I'd say I need new dice, but they're digital.
digital. Just get like different skins.
A different browser.
New PC, Hannah, get on it.
A different mouse, I'm guessing, maybe. Mouse.
Gabriella, you hear a voice in your head that you recognize be that of Lariel Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep. And you hear her say, very plainly, it's a setting spell coming through to you. And you hear her say, I was speaking to the Blackstaff, and I have now set some actions. If you can find me hard proof of Manshoon's malfeasance and provide it to any of us, we will be able to act upon it.
She'll respond very well. Thank you.
Sorry, Gabriel. Did we I can't remember. Did we tell the Gunnans that our purpose, why we're gonna go to the tower? Did they tell them? Have we told them about the stones and everything?
No. I just told them that there's Manshoon and that we were investigating that.
Okay, so they don't know about the stone. Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Just because it needs to be said, I just changed my dice skin and rolled a d20 to myself just to see what happened, and I rolled a 19. So.
I mean, from what you've told me, Gabriel, it seems like this Manshoon character is a very powerful wizard.
Well, here's the thing. He's either powerful or very, 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 very powerful. One of the two.
Well, that just makes it better.
Look, because
Not a
if it's the clone, that's feasible. We could get out. Like, if it's a clone, we might be even able to take him on in a sense. If it's the original Manshoon, for context, he was able to cast the highest possible spells of the highest possible power twice a day in succession.
Listen, all I'm saying is, if he was such a powerful wizard, he wouldn't need to, hide himself away like a little pussy.
Fair point, but
so I think it's all a it's all a front.
I agree with this one. I think it's just a front.
Shit, I'm wrong.
What? I'm agreeing with you about that.
I know, that's why I think I'm wrong.
Listen,
Asvila agreeing with me is one thing, that just shows that she's right. But you agreeing with me shows me that I'm wrong. I need more wine. Gabriella?
yes, down the hatch.
Okay, anyways, I say I agree with this one. I think if he's that powerful and it's a lot of people's after him and then they know he's the leader of the Zentanim, blah blah blah, it's very unlikely he would be in a place where people would expect him to be.
Fair point. But that still doesn't solve the main issue of how we get the damn stone.
Exactly.
Could Gabrielle also roll a check to see if she knows about the spell that finds things?
Sure. Give one more try.
Please, pretty please. 14?
14. So you would know of the locate object spell. It's a divination spell which can be classed by bard, cleric, druid, paladin, ranger, or wizard. Requires a forked twig component. And it detects the direction of an object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 foot of you. And if it's in motion, you know the direction of its movement.
Alright. So...
You need to be able to describe, roughly what it was like. So you could say, an eye of, the Stone of Galore. And, it would find one within 1,000 foot of you. It would find the closest one.
Alright. So... Yeah, Gabrielle would pause for a bit. She'd look at her gauntlet for a few moments. Actually, now that I think of it, there is a spell that could be of use. But the only thing is that it can only be cast by not I can't cast it. Maybe Logan, you could cast it. It's called the Locate Object spell. Basically, you think of a thing, and it tells you where the direction of the thing within 1,000 foot of you.
Okay, I can see how that could be quite useful.
The thing
Like
is,
when I lose my keys and so.
You would also know that any thickness of lead blocks direct path between you and the object. You cannot locate it.
also, so there are two main issues with this. It's a decently high level magic, so you might have issues casting it like with the scroll.
Hey, listen. Okay, you put
There's
me off.
nothing plus in what we just like.
Don't fucking come at me for you use. No, absolutely not. No, I'm not doing the locate
Fair
object
enough.
thing. I
In that
could,
case,
but I choose not to.
cool. In that case, we can ask the paladins if we manage to talk them into going with us into the teleportation spell from the gauntlet to cast it. That only issue with that is that we have to tell them that they are looking for an Eye of Galore. So we'd have to let them in on it. The second issue is that a certain thickness of lead blocks the spell, but hopefully there's not much of that.
So
A
if
wizard
you
would
have
probably know
this,
that, right?
Yeah.
Presumably.
If you were to hide this in a tower, knowing that the one thing that could find it is a spell that amazing magic people like me could do, it's plenty of me, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, why wouldn't you put it in lead?
Exactly.
If you were carrying
Especially
it on
if you're an immortal, all-powerful wizard. Probably not hard to find a lead box.
In theory, we could just go outside Cloud Towers and cast the spell and see if we get a ping.
We could.
That could be a simple way.
Yes.
What if you describe the stone and then it points out the stone we already have? Say, hey, find this stone that looks like this, and then boom, it points to Logan, and then
Oh, I'm honestly not sure how that would work. Are the no, we
It
wouldn't.
locates the closest object of that kind.
We could. I don't
So
know,
you would have to stash
send
your
one of
stone.
you far,
Yeah,
far
we-
away.
Yeah, we have to stash it.
look, I know it was a very close call last time, but I'm all to just going back to get this your friends here to help us, get back into the tower, and then we'll just explore the tower a little bit more and see if we can find more stuff in there.
I would suggest starting first with destroying the force field, just so we can have a way out.
We can
and a way
go
out.
back to the to the tower we were last time.
Yeah,
Not that
well,
I
that-
doubt anyone's skill here at all, but how many more favors do you have to call in with resurrections?
That's a very good question, and that mostly depends on our budget and the budget of the temple. But I'm sure that if sufficient money is given to them, they should be able to help us.
All right.
The limit is not good faith, but more like the amount of diamonds they have in their coffers to cast the spells.
Power.
Hopefully.
Well, at least
And if
diamonds
we
are
have-
easier to get than good faith.
And if we have, a backup team of people from the Paladins of Tyr, it might go a bit smoother. So, yeah. But yeah, we should take out the force field as number one way or another, because for one, we have no idea if we can get back to it, and it's the main reason that the Black Staff is even helping us, because it's the only way they can take care of the towers afterwards. And I do not want to get the Black Staff even mildly annoyed at my presence, or at anybody else's, to be honest.
And we're certain it's not going to summon another frog.
If it will, we should be able to tell, because the spell circle will be different. If you recall, there was a conjuration circle hidden inside the abjuration one when we saw it for the first time. So we can at least prepare for that eventuality.
All right.
So, I propose, if you're all on board with this, I can, or if anybody wants to join me, we can arrange this in the Temple of Tyr, hopefully, and get a hearty rest for tomorrow or the days to come.
I'm not sure how useful I'll be for the next few days. Dying sort of takes it out of someone.
I can understand.
Well, the wine won't help. Give me that. I'll have it.
How long do you think you'll have to still, rest up until you be at your usual capabilities?
I've not died before.
Fair enough.
4 or 5 days, maybe. I don't know.
Cool. All right. How about we arrange today with the two respective organizations and set a date 3-4 days from now, so that all parties have time to sufficiently prepare. Rest up. How does that sound?
Yeah. Sounds good. I mean, dude, okay, do some rest. I mean, I still need to get these eggs out of me in the morning anyway.
Of course.
Also, since we're all here, I went over to the younger part and spoke to Yagra.
Mhm.
If she could give us, some kind of tips or some useful information how to get to the tower. She wasn't very helpful, shall I say. However, she did mention something very interesting.
Oh, pray tell.
That they believe is Schemo, that weird little guy that's also a fencer. They believe that he might be working with the other Zentarim. So she did ask us to find out if that's the case, if that's the case or not. Maybe see who is he talking to, who is going to the shop, where is he going at night. Perhaps he might lead us to, I don't know, to some hideouts of Zentarim, or maybe some kind of alternative way of getting to the tower.
Maybe I'm
Secretly?
getting my hopes up, but I'm pretty sure fencers are very interested in pricey magical artifacts that might be eye-shaped. Perhaps he might have overheard something.
Exactly.
So,
We just need
How
to be
about-
very careful. We just need to be very careful what we tell him now, because he might be working to the other Zentarim, and then as soon as we tell him something, he's going to go straight to them.
maybe we could pay him a visit tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
Or maybe with this information can, I don't know, maybe use him as a bait,
Or
maybe to get in there.
we could use him to confuse the center. We could confide in him that we are planning a break-in and say a different day.
Exactly. Yes, and then see if he actually goes and tell them. That's actually a very good idea, and then you can.
How about we stew on that for the evening?
Yes.
Well, so for now, I propose get rested up. If anybody wants to go to the temple with me, I just think the sooner we arrange all parties, the better. And people to talk with on the road are always good.
I think I'm just gonna stay here and drink some more wine.
Fair enough. Logan, Asphila, anybody care to tag along?
I'll come to the temple.
Thanks.
Sure. Why not? I'll go give a donation. How about that?
Oh, that's just wonderful of you, Logan. Thank you. Right, I presume we go by carriage, right, as well?
Yes.
Veli, you could have taken a short rest in this time, by the way, if you haven't already.
I took a long rest at the end of last session because I
that's
forgot
fine.
we hadn't
No, that's fine. Just
finished. But I'm assuming we're not going to get into a fight.
I don't think much fighting is gonna happen. But just
I enter the temple and punch the cleric.
and we roll.
Going into there with one hit
I
point.
have
At least there's lots of clerics around, I guess.
I'm gonna wait for everyone to leave, and then I'm gonna go and find the ragamuffins,
Oh,
the 3 little kids.
Yeah.
And we're gonna say, "Oh, hey, you 3, come here for a second. Come here. I've got a super secret mission for you."
We kind of look over and you see
And-
Nat kind of Tilts her head and like
And I
does a few
flashed him a
gestures.
little. I flashed him like a little gold coin, and they're gonna be able to earn this gold coin once it's completed.
Make a persuasion check.
Get advantage because I'm offering the money.
Sure.
A fucking whole gold piece. So my mouse a bit. My mouse is. Why is my mouse fucking? Oh, there you go. Persuasion. 25.
Oh boy, Squidly, think about all the things you could buy with one whole gold piece. Oh, Jenks, don't give up the game. We need to, like, barter. You make ourselves seem more valuable. And then that does a few gestures like, okay, we're not more valuable than that. And Squidly goes, okay, Mr. Sullivan, what do you want us to do?
So I need you to go on a secret spy mission for us, for the Sullivan here.
Okay,
But
where?
you can't tell anyone, and you cannot be seen by anyone. It has to be super, super secret. And if
Jenks.
anyone catches you, you don't know Sullivan.
Jenks, like, looks around, like, picks up his little, like, stuffed oil bear that, like, he got replaced. Squidly gives, like, a little nod and goes, like, you can count on us, mister. Whatever you need.
So, do you know that gentleman that goes by the name of Eskimo in that shop up the road over there? You know, it says a lot of very strange, expensive equipment. You know, sometimes a lot of shady people go in there.
See, Nat makes a few gestures, and they go, oh, you mean the guy who owns weird bottles concoctions? Yeah, he sold me a potion that was supposed to make me magic, and it didn't work.
Yes, that one exactly. He was a very, very bad boy. But I've heard his. You know, all I wanted to do is there's two things I wanted to do. First, I wanted to just keep an eye out in his shop to see what kind of people go in there. And then if you see anyone that's dressed all black, looks very shady, and someone they probably wouldn't mess with, keep a note and let me know when they come and how they look like. And then the second, every time he leaves that shop and goes somewhere, I want you to go and follow him and see where he goes.
Nat, like, makes a few gestures and
Especially
then, like,
at nighttime.
crouches down a little bit, and Squidly and Jenks, like, give a few hand gestures back to her, and Squidly goes, we can keep quiet, sure, no worries.
Is that thieves' cant they're using or no?
It doesn't seem to be. It seems like it's their own made-up sign language.
Okay. So that's it. I don't want to get in trouble. It's a very important mission. I need to know where he's going and who he's associated with. Do that for me, and then come back and report back. In fact, I'll give you one gold piece now, and then if you do it properly, I'll give you another one after, huh? Don't tell the others, huh?
You see Squidly and Jenks both look to Nat, and she does a symbol she seems to keep doing, like, throughout the discussion. Now as you watch it with your thieves and stuff like that, you do begin to pick up on her language. It takes you a bit of time, but, like, with time, you think you can probably learn it. But she does.
Very broken thieves' cant.
She does this and then clenches it, and it seems to be like where thieves can't is like, you know, it's things like walk and, like, you know, it's gestures for a whole word. Hers is almost like sounds, so it's the okay and things like that. Like, she's like, so it's almost like every syllable she's doing something for, as opposed to like word by word by word. She's doing like every broken bit, which makes it more difficult to like get the run of. But once you know what they mean, it's like it flows a lot more like organically than like sign, like traditionally would, because it's almost like you're like hearing it in your mind as she's doing the gestures. But you kind of are beginning to pick up on a few bits. And like Squidly and James a little nod and goes like, well, Nat says it's okay, so I guess we can do it. Don't worry. He like holds his oil bear from near close and goes like, oh.
Get it cold coin. Okay, let's shake it.
Yep. Shakes. Nat shakes your hand. Nat goes up.
But remember, don't tell anyone.
It's got a strong handshake for a fucking 10-year-old, by the way.
Yeah. Don't tell Logan. Don't tell Gabriella. Don't tell anyone. This is our little secret, huh?
Make
Spy
me
to
a
spy.
second persuasion check, please.
They
Spy to
immediately
spy.
tell everyone.
You can also have advantage because you are offering them more money.
Oh, fuck. 10.
Don't worry, mister. We'll not tell a soul.
Good kids. That's it. Go there, see what kind of people go in that shop, and then see where he goes throughout his day, especially in the evening, and then report back to me.
Cool. Yeah, they They kind of like step aside, and then you hear like Squidly kind of go like, "Okay, so who's taking? Well, we can't just leave someone on their own, but we can't stay up all the time. One of us is going to need to sleep while we're there. Yeah, we could get coffee, Nat, if you want." As they're like heading towards the door.
I think I'm gonna get his kids killed.
And
Load children up with caffeine and send them after shady figures.
I swear to God, if we fucking encounter them,
I'll be like, don't worry, don't sleep.
arena,
You take this bag of coffee and just make coffee for all of you three, and it can stay up the whole night.
Gabriella,
Here
you've
take the
like
whole
got
bag.
outside to hail a cab, and you feel like someone tug on your like coat,
yeah.
and you look around, you see it's Nat, and she begins gesturing to you, and like you again pick up a little bit of what she's saying, and then you see Jenks goes next and goes like, are you sure? And she just goes like, no. She goes like, Nat just wants to let you know that Sullivan's paying us to spy on someone, and he told us not to tell anyone. She's hoping in exchange for this information you will pay her more money than he paid her. And if you do, she'll tell you who we are supposed to spy on.
You'll smile and give him 2 gold pieces.
It's Schemo Weird Bottle of Weird Bottle's concoctions. We're gonna go stake the place out. Thank you. And then they go.
Wait, hold up.
What?
Don't just be very, very careful, because just if we find you in another arena or in some similar situation, we are not sure if we can get you out of that. Or just Sullivan.
You see Nat goes like, and you're like, I don't know what that means.
You'll just sigh.
And then Squidly goes like, all right, I've got some new arrows ready in my quiver just in case this goes wrong. And you see a little suction cup arrow, like he like knocks and goes. They look very unthreatening, at least, as they walk off down the street. Proud of themselves because they hustled Sullivan.
On one hand, I should probably stop them. On the other hand, they'll probably just go behind our backs again.
I mean, they're definitely going to die young, whether we facilitate it or not.
Oh, we are one to talk, aren't we?
Something tells me they don't have the coin for a resurrection in their back pocket.
Hopefully they do. Well,
Although if they keep scamming like that, maybe soon.
yeah, honestly, it's kind of inspiring. But
As you guys are talking, like the door lays left open, Sullivan comes out. Those little buggers left the door open. Look at them
Sullivan,
kids. They
can't
like
you
to
share
adventure.
something with us?
They left the door open. Have a good trip. Goes out the douche. Like running upstairs to his
He
room.
books it.
Maybe they would have kept their mouths shut if he had paid better.
I wonder how much he paid them.
Can you imagine him
Well,
paying
you paid them
better?
2 gold and they immediately cracked, so
But
something
to be fair,
under
2 gold
that.
is a decent amount.
They're a bunch of poor orphans, so
How about we bet on how much he paid them? I say...
And also give them a bag of coffee.
I say he paid them like 5 silver.
2 silver. Actually, no, he'd have gone for 1 coin, 1 silver. He's not giving over 2 coins. The noise of them rubbing together distracts him and he wants to keep them.
As well, any wagers?
7 silver.
Oh, we'll have to ask him when we get back. Alright, see you in the cabins?
Yeah, quick heal. You can get a cab to take you over to the halls of justice. No problem.
Also, Gabriel would ask on the journey. Also, I think it might be wise to tell our potential allies in this that we are also looking for the stone. I believe that all of the Gauntlet have no stake in the great game, and it would just be fair that all parties are in the know-how. Look, I have a good amount of goodwill with them. I do not want to gamble it, because as you could have seen today, having friends in organizations like these kind of pays off.
Okay, fine. Tell people what they need to know.
Cool. I'll just tell them the bare minimum they need to know. Cool. Right. And then they...
Alrighty. So, you head over to the Halls of Justice. You see the large steps leading up to it, large kind of like huge marble pillars. You head up to the big ornate doors, throw them open below the symbol of Tyr that hangs above them, and you see, it's not been, it's only a couple hours since you left here, there's a few busying themselves, like about the place, like tidying up, things like that. Who are you looking for? Anyone?
She'd probably be looking for Savra.
Yeah, quick scan. She's not on the main floor, but you eventually find her in the back, in one of the training rooms. She's there practicing, like, hacking away at a training dummy.
You'd politely wait for her to finish her session.
Yep. She's like, probably, you catch her, like, as she finishes her little routine, she, like, turns around, and she's wearing, like, loose-fitting, like, they're not wearing her armor, she's wearing loose-fitting baggy shirt, like, boots, like, breeches, like, stitched up, like, vest effectively, and has this like her big sword at her side. She just goes like,
Alright, hi again.
Back so soon?
Indeed, dear. If you recall the business at Colat I mentioned, there's been a move of that.
Cool. What about?
I should fill her in on the situation with the Black Staff, and yeah, and then she says, so, long story short, there are 3 places left in this teleportation spell, and I was wondering if you would be interested in being part of this strike team, or if you could recommend people to be a part. Because as we found out last time we were there, it is no walk through the park, those towers.
Sure, I can come give you a hand. I mean, I don't know anything about them or magic or anything like that. Maybe you better getting someone like who can cast spells and stuff. I can cast a little bit, but not like.
I think that casting spells won't be the only thing that might be an issue in those towers. There's also a small platoon of armed criminals. So.
Fair enough. We can maybe try to get them locked up at least, I guess.
Yes. Another thing that we are so the plan is we are teleported in, we destroy the protection sigil, then we search the towers for Manshun, we confirm his identity, get out. There's one more goal that we are there to achieve. We are looking for a certain stone, or wait, a stone or an eye? Stone, right?
I don't know, an eye, yeah.
Oh,
The stone is the whole thing, and then the eyes are a little like round. They are still stones, but they're small.
Yeah, so we're looking for a certain stone that is of great importance to us and the current situation in the Waterdeep, that the Great Game, if you have heard. And we are looking for it now because if the Black Staff does to those towers what she insinuated she will do, there'll be nothing much left. So that's the secondary goal.
Enough, I suppose. Sure, I can tag along.
Thank you. If you would be able to rope 2 other people into it, you feel free to. If not, I understand. And I'm grateful for you being willing to come along.
I'll ask around, see if I can get anyone who could come with. I have an idea.
Thanks. Yeah, it means a lot. Yeah, that she'd probably conclude.
Alright, yeah.
So, gonna be a big few days ahead.
Alright, anything else from you?
Logan is over by the donation thing, just kind of rooting through his gold to find the 4 copper that's somewhere in his coin purse, just picking them out, fishing them out.
Going
Occasionally
around the
gold
bigger
or
bits of
platinum
currency.
Just like falls out and he picks it up, puts it back in his purse.
He's got to take a handful of gold out the purse to search better.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but you do eventually dig out all 4 and set them down.
Yeah, just kind of drop them in with as big of a clink as I can.
Bit of a forceful throw down to the bottom, so ting, and you hear the coins like throw up at the bottom. It's not like you're throwing more in because they make little tinier tinks.
Looking around with the most self-satisfied, smug grin.
And
even for
you're met with the same like genuine thanks you always have met. Like a young young priestess kind of comes up to your side, goes like, oh, "Thank you so much for your kindness. We do appreciate it."
Of course. You've done so much for us, and I thought I'd also do so much for you. Yes.
Smile, nod. They're just genuinely thankful. They're just nice people.
They're just nice.
They're just nice people.
Yeah.
So, dinner and drinks? I don't know. Or,
You talking to me? Sorry? Are you...
no. It's just, no.
Oh,
because
my bad. Never mind. I misheard.
or what time is it anyway? Sorry, I thought it.
It is probably at this point. Let's call it. It's coming up to the evening. It's been a little bit of time. It's been a little.
Oh, it's dinner time.
Yeah, it could be dinner time. It could
Yeah.
definitely
It
be
could
dinner
be
time.
dinner
It's
time.
already been drinks time for you guys because you've been drinking.
It's
No,
always
man.
drinks time, okay?
Dinner and more drinks.
Well, maybe if I'm
since
eating
the guys
dinner,
left, I've
my,
been drinking since the guys left, so
alcohol consumption won't be as judged.
I probably drank like 3 bottles of wine already.
Something tells me that
Alcohol.
tavern doesn't turn much of a profit the way you drink.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
So they was just like passed out on the counter.
As
You
they
come in
leave-
and Sullivan's unconscious, I guess.
As they
Oh.
leave, Esvele drops a gold into the donations box.
You see him give you a little warm smile and nod.
Gabriel will do the same as per usual routine.
Bit more response. Well, thank you. Like mouthed almost to you.
Feels odd to put money into something rather than steal it.
So the guy's got like a little 6th sense, like his nose tingles, like money has been given away for free.
Just a sudden pang of dread halfway through your 3rd bottle
Yeah,
of
it's like,
wine.
oh, I little fight my
no.
chest.
You're like, either this
Oh.
wine is bad or someone gave away money.
Money.
Yeah,
Or it's a heart attack. One of the 3.
it's like when someone's like talking bad about you, like your ear gets like hot. Same thing with Sullivan. Someone gives away money.
Yeah. So we go back to the tavern after?
Yeah, I
Back
think
to
so.
the tavern.
Alright, yeah, you do so. You return back to the tavern. You're all present. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or?
Not really, just drink and with some dinner.
To try and get rid of my horrible, horrible death penalties. As in the penalties I got from dying, not as in...
As in what?
Not like the death penalty.
Not like the death penalty. We don't have that here anymore. We got rid of that.
Not in Waterdeep, baby.
Yeah, I don't know what Waterdeep does with their criminals.
I mean,
Probably
the
has a
person
death
get
penalty, right? It's medieval.
Yeah.
It's only reserved for very, very, very
I
bad
don't-
people.
I've not been to Waterdeep before. Been fucking around Baldur's Gate. They've got gallows up in the town square, so you know.
All right, yeah, you're back to the tavern. You get some food, some drinks in. Is there anything else to do this evening? Or are you just gonna bed down for the night?
Probably just bed down.
All right. We'll find your bed rules.
Take that long rest that I accidentally took already.
I told you to take it because I knew what time the big was gonna happen. You take a long rest. Anything else you'd like to do? Wake up the next morning. You're greeted by the sunrise. A nice like warmth washes over. Kind of like late spring morning.
Time for someone to get de-egged. De-tadpoled.
Logan, be gentle.
Sullivan, by the way, just give me a little con save. No reason.
Oh no.
It may be too late.
As long as you don't get a nat one, you're fine.
12.
Wake up. Maybe it's the wine. You're not sure, but you're not feeling 100% today.
Oh. Oh, I feel
Maybe
horrible.
it's the gold that was given away.
Logan's room.
Probably.
You try the
Logan's
door, it's
room
probably locked.
Logan, please help me.
Okay,
It hurts me to say, but help me. I can't
meet
feel
me
very bad.
downstairs. I'm just bathing. I'm just bathing.
I don't think we have that much time, to be fair. I feel there's something crawling inside of me. This feels really weird. I don't know.
It's fine. You get used to it. Oh, the tadpole. Yeah, no. Meet you downstairs. Get me
Okay.
some breakfast in.
All right. I go downstairs. Head in my tummy.
Logan takes his sweet time.
Expected.
It's like
Full
see how the
bubble
chiller
bath
is.
situation.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Scented
Whenever
candles.
Logan bathes, I just get like the image of Geralt in the wooden tub. Like,
yeah. Feet here.
yeah, like
there.
feet coming out, like full relaxation, you know? But like the tub's not quite big enough.
This is the life.
How tall is Logan, by the way?
He is. 6 foot.
Ah. How tall am I actually?
You'll be 6'1" now. You watch.
That's 6'1". 6'1".
Hold it.
He used to be 6 foot and then he grew an extra inch out of spite.
Grew an inch, lost an arm. Or a hand. Cool, yeah, so Logan will come downstairs looking very fresh, very happy, and probably wearing some fine silk or velvet gloves. Just, you know, making an occasion of it. Sally, do you have my
I'm
breakfast?
here. I'm here.
Okay, breakfast. Did you get my breakfast?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
I can't do it on an empty
Oh my
stomach.
God. Leave, please. Get breakfast for him, please, please. Ah.
You call leaf. Play here. I roll 2 there. Okay. Luckily, it's Vythe cooking the day. So the food does come fairly quickly, mainly because it's not very well done in the
Not
regards
very
to.
edible.
No, it's just a bit raw. It's like smoked salmon and like cured meats, like a little continental selection that kind of comes out, and then for some reason a raw egg cracked on top. You know what I'm saying? Why is it there? You know, it's like it's been used instead of seasoning.
Steak tartare, but make it salmon.
Mmm.
Medium rare chicken steaks.
Tasty.
I am so glad I don't have sensory issues, because this food would be a fucking nightmare. Okay, Sally, just give me a few moments to work through this, and then I'll
Hurry
be
up, please.
right with you while I save your life. So everybody listening, gonna see a life being saved.
Whatever, just touch me.
Say that louder.
Touch me now.
I feel like as Veli comes down for
Hey,
breakfast, sees
please.
this situation, and just takes her breakfast upstairs again.
Say please, Sally.
God damn it, please. please. Oh,
Please what?
save my life. Please,
Sorry, what was this?
save my life.
Take your life?
Save my life, please.
Shave your wife? Come on, say everybody
Save?
here.
Save my life, please.
And Logan is going to get his 5 points of lay on hands ready, and just give him like a full Nate Diaz Stockton slap around the face, while giving
Falls off
him
the chair.
that lay on hands and saving his
Falls
life.
off the chair.
I was fully expecting, like, I mean, you guys probably don't have it, but we used to call it the red hand of Ulster. You fucking slap someone on the back so hard to give a big red hand. But that's definitely what's going for me. Yeah, you slap Sullivan to 5 points, and Sullivan, the wounds from yesterday that had knitted up and healed, you feel very ill very quickly, despite the removing of curse, removing of disease being washing over you. You know, whenever you reach the end of the toothpaste tube and you kind of need to squeeze it out, Sullivan, it feels like that's happening to certain pieces of your body from inside, and the only way they can go is out the top or out the bottom.
And guess what? They go both ways.
Yeah, you run to the lavatory and you experience what can only be described as a roundabout of a toilet visit, where you sit and stand and spin and sit again a few times for a good 15 minutes before you
Why
look
do I
down
feel like
at your
dying and being brought back was the preferable option of dealing with this?
you look down at your handiwork, Sullivan, and you see these little like tadpole eggs that like bubble in the water, like they. Although the water is cold, it looks like it's boiling in the basin for a moment, and you flush it down away.
And now there's slods in the sewers.
It looks like they were dying. Once they let the host, it looks like they were dying.
Will this end up like when we turned fucking Valaki into Werewolf Apocalypse Town?
Yeah, it's like that,
Yeah.
but it's Have you ever seen the movie Aliens? This or maybe Aliens versus Predator, like 2, I think, was that the one where like the town got attacked? That one, the not good one.
This is gonna be.
I come in the toilet. I was like, oh, heck, that was horrible. I don't know if I don't know if I thank you. Don't thank you, but thank you. Oh, I'm just gonna sit down a little bit. Oh, ow, oh, heart, ow, ow.
All right, Sullivan is cured of his slad infestation.
Asshole sore and burning like the sun.
Oh yeah. Throat a little raspy from all the constant vomiting, you know. Burned her throat a bit. But yeah, all are healthy-ish, apart from his belly. He's a little sleepy still, but you know. Anything you'd like to do today?
Don't think so. Logan's just going to be very happy that he literally slapped the shit out of Sullivan.
And said thank you and please.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's the plan for today? Are we gonna go back to the tower?
I think we will still wait maybe a bit for Sully to get into proper condition. And after that, I think we can start our assault. We want everybody on their best.
Okay.
So, how about we visit Schemo today, Pap? Or is it too soon?
Okay, no, we could do this.
Yeah. But where's
maybe-
Isabella, by the way?
She went up to your room after the
She came down, got breakfast, saw Sally on his knees, and
Oh,
back upstairs.
fair enough. I understand. Well, we'll wait for her to come back.
Speaking of schema, has anyone seen the little ones, the ragamuffins?
That's also a very good question, Stefan. Why would you be asking that, I wonder?
I don't know, just because they bring such a life in this tavern. When you're not
Yes,
here,
but
it's,
if you mentioned it with schemo in the same sentence, that is so interesting.
yes, those
What a
kids.
coincidence.
Yes, I know, they like adventure. A lot of adventures,
Mhm. But seriously, are they in the tavern?
No, they're not here.
I guess
Solid.
we can pay Schemo a visit.
Yes, we will, and we'll be looking out for our missing children.
I'm sure they're fine, those ones, nothing can stop them.
Alright, did you say nothing can stop them? You
Yep.
head off towards Weird Bottle. Is that correct? Is that where you head?
Yep.
Right. Head off towards Weird Bottle's concoctions. Have a little look around. And yeah, you see that there is a yeah, I guess you can make a little perception check, anyone who'd like.
I'll do a perception check.
Sure.
I accidentally pressed control on my keyboard. Whoops. Still a 13.
13 and a 7. Let's skim around. Sullivan, you spot the kids after a quick scan. You see they are across the street, hiding behind a bin. You see there are 14 paper disposable coffee cups on the ground around them. There's an open bottle, an open box of
For 7, for 7 I see them. Wow, they're very good spies.
Yeah, no, they're not good. Also, Logan obviously sees them, but it's more funny to see the Sullivan spots them and sees the handiwork of his actions. You also see that there is a open box of Crispin Cremes, which is a donut shop in Waterdeep, who are very popular. It also does coffee. It's probably where all the coffees come from as well. But it looks like they bought a 25 box of donuts
So
and have
sugar and coffee.
eaten most of them. And you see Squiddly, the one with the bow and arrow, appears to be just like unconscious, like behind the bin. Jenks is like literally just sat physically vibrating, like eyes wide, like dinner plates. And Nat, cool as a cucumber, is just there, pops the lid off another coffee cup and just staring at the door like a fucking hawk.
So I'll go over there. Just 1 second, I'm gonna go check something over there.
Is he alive, Sullivan?
No, back. Let me just. I go up to the kids and say, hey, so.
That
Did
moves.
you,
That moves so you don't block her view.
Did you see anything? Anything to report for your special mission?
We're still waiting to see if he's come out today. He came out briefly last night for a little bit, but have you ever had 14 shots of espresso? Oh,
They did really well. Keep up the good work. You're doing really well. Look,
bags under their eyes, bloodshot.
But your friend make sure he's awake as well. Look at him, he's asleep. 3 eyes.
He's resting so well. We can sleep.
I say good thinking. Good job. Anyway, let me go back there.
Does Gabriel see in what state those kids are?
The kids
Make
are
a
fine.
basic medicine check, Gabriella.
I go back and say, the kids are fine. They're just playing, whoever gets, stay the longest at each other or something.
Gabriella, it's very obvious that one is unaffected. One has had like some kind of like crash from like caffeine and sugar. One is like fucking riding sugar and caffeine high right now, and it's probably gonna crash in the next 15-20 minutes. And Nat looks annoyingly okay.
Nat got ADHD, confirmed.
Basically, yeah. Gabriel's gonna walk over and say, "Oh, look at that! Look, you did a good job. Thank you. And now I'll just go back to the tavern. I'll hail a cab, and I'll give you a reward for your service. But to get those two to the tavern, they need to sort themselves out.
Make a persuasion check, Gabrielle.
Please."
I'll give you advantage because you offered a reward. I love rewards.
Like,
Yeah?
I don't want, like, nobody wants either of them to have a heart attack.
Nat nods, gestures to Jinx to like help her pick up Squidly, and they pick him up like a drunk friend on a night out, like one arm over each shoulder, and he's just there.
What are they doing? What did you tell them? They got
Do
the
you
job
see the state
so they're
he's
playing.
in?
I know, but look, they're just a little bit sleepy. Look at him. I don't know.
They're gonna get some sleep, but their kids.
No, they can sleep here. Look, there's a nice comfy bench in here. Like, or maybe the grass. Maybe...
on the fucking street.
Yes, it's not like they haven't done that before anyway. Look at them.
I'm looking
At least they do like leave you, loads of donuts. Look.
Just no.
Oh. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Perhaps we can arrange a more, doable mission for them, like, with sleep involved.
Just to like I guess set the scene in my head. Gabrielle's like turned from the alleyway, walked towards Sullivan, and Sullivan, you're there like talking to her, like kind of arguing with her, like looking in the direction she's come, right? Sullivan, you're like, I'm definitely far enough away to not be heard, but you see Nat looks at you. Make me an insight check. 16,
fuck,
Sullivan? That's
No, that's
intimidation.
sorry,
What's
I'm
your
minus
insight
three,
bonus?
minus 3.
You
Minus
three.
intimidate
So,
her into seeing
13.
nothing.
13.
13.
You see a look of it's not disappointment. It's kind of like a little bit of heartbreak mixed with betrayal, like that little like as if yeah. There's definitely something there in like Nat's face, and you realize she's deaf. She probably can read your lips. As you've just like done that, like said those things, and they get in the cab and start heading back towards the old familiar.
Okay.
God. Oh no.
Maybe next time you hire someone for a secret spy mission, they could be over the age of 5.
I mean, they're quite cheap.
You hear Squidly yell, I'm actually 9! Like from the cab.
All children look the same to me.
Fair enough.
Hey, you see Weird Balls Concoctions is across the street. The glass window front door next to it, the sign reading open. Not much kind of happening at this time in the morning. But before we delve into that, let's take a little break. A little short respite. And we're back. Alright. The party are currently outside Weird Bottles Concoctions.
Breaking orphans' hearts.
As you do.
Nat will remember that.
Should be fine.
You've got a lock on your door, haven't you? Right.
Should be fine.
So, we want to form a cover. So, what do we want to do?
Do you want to try to test him and see what his answers are about this interim? Maybe kind of insinuate we're going to
Test him how?
break into the tower, or that we heard someone is going to break into the tower.
Well, I would say either we can peruse his shop or something and drop hints, or say that we are planning on breaking into the tower and see how he reacts and see what he will do, or ask him outright and tail him afterwards.
I guess you could try that.
Well, or tell him in both cases. Anybody want to do the honors? I'm not sure what kind of wordplay would convince somebody in that kind of social circle.
I would say a lot of lies.
Oh,
A lot
you
of
are a
deception.
resident expert, aren't you?
So
Okay,
he
I
just
can-
slammed the book shut, so he lost his page.
Bitch.
I can speak to him, but what are you going to speak to him about?
I was just thinking that, we peruse at the shop and you speak in a low voice but not low enough to not be heard by him about, oh, this will be handy when we break into the towers or something like that, a bit on the nose.
Or maybe Gabriella and I go in there and fake a little argument, a lover's tiff, if you will, maybe one day. And Sullivan, you can.
You are?
It's fine. And Sullivan, you could perhaps sneak back and see if there's anything that might give the game away, like a secret exit or a big book marked
Maybe a book of
Steamboat Schemes or something.
If you could
Maybe
get a
I
book
can
of
get his
deals.
ledger.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Maybe I can try to get his ledger, but
Maybe look for 2 ledgers.
Oh,
If he's
yeah.
a shady businessman, he may have 2 sets of books. Don't.
okay.
The gambling houses have it all the time.
Sullivan, could you just hand me your hand, please?
Okay.
She'll take it and turn him invisible.
Ah, I like this. This is Sullivan's favorite spell.
As well, you can do that as well, right? Maybe you two
can.
could have a rifle around while we...
Sure. And she will turn herself invisible.
Yeah, you activate your little
A little cloak and mask.
invisibility cloak machine. It like ripples over your body, and then you active camouflage away.
Alright, so what are we arguing about, Logan?
How about we could argue about your family? Yes.
Oh,
How your family are getting involved and meddling in our business.
oh, sure, we can do that. Yes,
Something completely fantastical.
Yeah, start... Hopefully fantastical. Honestly, I'm not sure what my family's been doing. Anyway, yeah, you just start off and I'll
Been
bounce.
dying, but sure.
Damn.
Yes. They've been doing an Esvile, and I look. I assume that Esvile is still within 10 feet of me, right?
Yeah.
I would look at Esvile while invisible, give a little wink, and then head inside.
Gabriel will
You
head inside
didn't
and
know
go-
that nothing could glare at you.
I feel it. I feel a slight singeing
You see
on the back of my
nothing,
neck
but
as I
you
turn around.
feel it.
You feel 2 holes drilling through your plate.
It's like, oh, shit, fucking armor's getting warm. Okay. Alright, and we pushes open the door, and Logan will go, Schemo, we need a bit of help. I need some things. I need your ideas, man. You're an ideas man, and I need your ideas, man.
Whilst
Yes,
the door
you
is
need-
open, I will slip through.
But yeah, of course.
Yeah,
So I
so
don't have
he-
to be
I'll be
obvious.
secret as well.
You see Schemo kind of like walks over behind his desk, little halfling. He goes like, okay, certainly I can try to help. What can I do for you?
Her lot are the problem.
Oh, we are the problem now,
Don't fucking start. I've had this all the way here. Okay, her family are getting involved in the business. I need whatever fucking tricks and magic shit you've got that can start to put people off. Ideally without killing them.
Use those. You don't have the basic IQ to use a fucking spatula.
Hey, that was one time I didn't know it wouldn't fit there, okay? Don't fucking blame me for always having people that use the spatulas for me. Listen, just... Schemo, what have you got?
So, I mean, just... I'm a little confused, honestly. What
We're
are
putting
you...
people off, Schemo, and he's like leaning right down into
Okay,
Putting
you
people
don't...
in a schemo.
Want to put people off. We want people who are coming
want
to
to
our
put them in
business
the schemo,
to make
come
them
on.
fuck off. But ideally without knowing that it was us. So like, you know, sneezing powder, itching powder, homesick powder, you know...
I don't
What
think
the
that
fuck?
exists. Also, I'm
Well,
a potion shop. I don't do powders.
Potions then, I don't give a shit.
I could give you a potion, I suppose, that might... Like, I could mixture up a very, very mild poison you could put in your drinks and then make people sick.
Oh, don't fucking start. If I put poison in her family's drink, I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
You fucking won't.
Okay, so you're not going for the wider public. You wanted to just make her family leave?
Yeah, no, we're running a business, Schemo.
Oh, I thought for some reason you were trying to social suicide the whole business and like you wanted to like poison all your customers. Okay, that makes more sense.
No Kool-Aid. No. No,
Okay.
Specific people. Specific people. We still need the business to run because we need money to buy, you know, potions and apparently not powders.
I mean, why don't you just like heavily season everything they have with way too much salt or something?
Well, he's too thick to think of that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I didn't see you
salt-
fucking thinking of that.
Salt the
Why would I
wine, salt
tell you
the
how to kill
beer,
my family members?
salt the
Salt
food
the wine,
heavily.
Schemo, are you mad? This. We serve good wine. I don't want to. No, because then word will get out. Because her lot are fucking jibber jabbers. Okay, they're always fucking talking.
Is that even a word?
It is now. I'm like peg shear or whatever it is that made the words.
My brother in theory having a stroke.
Call her ambulance. No, listen. If it's obvious that we
Yeah, go on.
put them off, then our business goes down. So we need subtle ways of putting them off. Potions that will maybe, you know, have them a little bit, you know, like a little bit uneasy, a little bit like they want to fuck off. I don't know. I don't make potions. I need your help. That's why we're here, Schemo.
You don't do very much of anything now, do you, Logan?
It's been a long time since I brewed them because you don't really use them very much, but I think I've got... Hang on, let me have a little look in my old recipe book. And you see he pulls out from his back pocket a little black book, and you see it says like Schemo's Black Book, a little gold embossed foil font on the front, and you see he skips past like the first half. And he's like, no, that's all addresses. No. Here we are, recipes. Okay. No. Deadly poison. Save that one for later, for the date on Friday. Deadly poison, sleeping solution, deadly poison. Ah! Here you are. Potion of anxiety and depression.
Perfect.
Wow.
Is that what
I'll
you've been
take,
slipping to me?
I'll take how many? 4 of those and 1 deadly poison.
How many do you have?
It'll take a little bit of time. It'll take me a good 24 hours just to distill them, but I can have them ready. They're not overly popular, you can imagine.
While you have that book open, is there something that could get rid of, you know, some rival family members in a much more unsubtle way, in a way to send a message, maybe for like a explosion when they drink it?
Oh yes, one of these deadly poisons here.
Oh,
Actually, hang on,
please.
let me find it.
Right? And she's just looking around like, or like she's just trying to lead him away from like.
Yeah. Make me a let's just call it performance check because you're trying to like, you know, you're putting on a show. You know, you don't really want to hear about his.
This?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you both are putting on a show. So either Gabriella can have advantage or Logan, you can roll separately.
Gabriella, go for it.
Okay. I can add a D4 to that if need.
I'm assuming that while this is happening, we're
I mean, you may as well just to see.
looking for stuff in looking for another ledger book or something that
Okay.
you know.
Investigation
him.
checks if you're searching around. That would be
16
Gabriella,
total.
16 total. He's pretty distracted by you. He's no reason to suspect anyone else is in the shop. So he's giving his undivided attention. He does turn the sign to closed again and lower the shutter as he normally does when he starts doing this kind of level of business. And he begins telling you about. He's like, yes, this is it here. It's called Tressem's Vomit. It's very potent. Made so because it was originally tested on Tressems, who only just regurgitate the substance for some reason. But whenever they did so, it gave them an ability similar to Dragon's Breath momentarily, a small burst of flame. So whenever we gave it to humanoids to try to, recreate that and use it as a weapon, unfortunately, the tract was too long. So the flames got stuck inside. They tend to burn whatever closes over your throat hole in the back of your mouth to let you breathe, which fuses it shut, and it just builds and builds and builds with the stomach acid. And within about 15 minutes of horrible excruciating agony, their whole internal organs explode out.
Oh, that's just wonderful. I'll take 12 of those.
I actually have only 6 available right now for purchase. They are quite dear, and you do need to make sure they drink as much of it as possible for it to be fully effective.
Alright. How about you brew me the other 6 and I'll meet you tomorrow, per se?
Sure.
And we can arrange a payment. Sure.
Of course. They are 50 gold each.
Can I pay on delivery? I need to I have to get the
you
funds.
can pay on delivery of the 6 I have right now, if you like, and I'll get some of the other 6.
No, you see, I have to get the money from our funds to do this.
I see. Well, I will hold the 6 I have for a week.
I don't need them now.
And when you
I can
have
take
the
them
money, I will provide you the 6, and once they're depleted, I will make another 6.
Wonderful. That's fair enough.
They're quite volatile. I wouldn't want to have more than 6 at a time.
Of course. Yes, I understand. And do you have any other poisons that you recommend that you just try to keep them going and maybe
keep rambling? And while that's happening, as Veli and Chadwick, you guys start looking around, like going behind the desk, searching. Let's see here. So, you do find, searching around, Shadowclaw, you can't quite find it. But as Veli, you do find an old notebook in the shop, which looks like it might be. It's not the ledger because the ledger's kept next to the till, so it's not like being used for tracking sales and things like that. It appears like just an old notebook, tucked away behind a couple of bottles on a back shelf. You fish it out, and the second you pick it up, it turns invisible, so you can't read it. But you have it in your possession, this little notebook.
I will tuck it away on my person.
Apart from that, there's nothing really else of obvious. This is a front shop. It's not like he openly has Zentarim logos on display or anything.
I'm assuming you haven't found any secret door or anything that you can hatch or anything like that, do we?
There is a back door from the current room you're in, which has a bead curtain across it, which leads to a back room. Obviously, you're invisible. If you move through a bead curtain, it's going to make a lot of noise and visibly distill it, so you probably have been avoiding it, I would imagine.
Does it go all the way to the floor?
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
It probably goes let's roll...
a few inches to the floor.
Normally, the start would be a couple inches, but let's roll a d6, and that'll tell me how many inches it is. One of you can roll me a d6, and that'll be about... If it's 6 inches, I mean, how wide's your head, 3 inches off the floor is where it goes to.
3 inches.
6 inches. How wide's your head?
But pretty close. Like, if one of you could turn into a mouse, you'd probably get under there.
Is he having a drink or something? Like where his desk, at the desk where he is it like a mug with a drink or anything like on the table? No.
Yeah, there's a coffee cup, and it says, it's written in Sharpie and big letters on it, "Not poison," on one side. The side in which he must be like picking it up from.
Not poison. Is there poison? Is there something that's look like poison next to it?
You know that Schemo doesn't keep his poisons on display because they're not, the most lucrative item to sell to the general public. But there are plenty of potions around, yeah. There's a concoction of potions. You could try to like mix and match, or.
No, it's fine. I think that's. I figure well, we've got the book, so I think that's enough.
Okay. I mean, you might have poisons yourself.
Is there anything valuable I can pocket?
Unless
that
you
looks immediately valuable.
Do you imagine the most valuable stuff right now is probably in the till, which if you open will make a little ding noise, because that's what all tills make when you open them.
That is how they work, yeah.
Yeah. You could attempt to open it without setting the bell off, yeah, but it's going to require a sleight of hand check. Also, you have to pick the lock.
Is there a way to go through these bead curtains without making noise?
It's not just the noise, it's the fact that the bead curtain will visibly move. And then will swing after the fact. There's a lot of... Like, you could move through and, like, have no beads collide. The second you leave it, though, they're all going to clatter and bump together as they fall back to their original position. That's the hardest bit, is getting them to return to point zero. Moving the beads is not difficult, but then letting them fall gently back for a whole person's worth, especially one who's invisible, and you're like, if you got 2 invisible people trying to fucking do it, it'd be very difficult. You'd knock someone impossible, but you'd be making stealth checks with disadvantage, and someone else would be making a sleight of hand check with disadvantage to like stop the beads from fucking making noise.
I can cast silence, but then I won't be invisible anymore.
I will say you could. There is schemos being brought out from in front of the counter, so like you could hide behind the till. Like you could hide behind the counters. Not impossible, but he might then question if he sees you how the fuck you got in his shop. Time is passing. Gabriella can only talk about poisons for so long. Are you doing anything else, or are you leaving it?
I think. I mean, unless she kind of holds the beads, like they're slowly pull it back out.
That will be the sleight of hand check at disadvantage, because that would be a very difficult thing to do.
This.
Also, yeah, you're invisible and you know way to talk to each other before giving your position away. So you can't you can't even see each other to give gestures. Like getting her to help you, you're gonna like tap, grab her, pull her there, start moving the beads, then hope she catches them. Like it's.
I mean, we've got a book, so I think that's enough for us.
I will tap Gabriella on the shoulder to let her know that we have searched the place.
Yeah.
In the hope that she'll get that.
Tap on the shoulder.
Gabrielle will keep talking for maybe like 15 seconds and so. Well, thank you so much for this enlightening lecture in poisons. I'll be sure to be here with the payment for the order at some point tomorrow or the day after. A pleasure as always, Schemo.
Sure thing. You need these anxiety and depression potions, EG4, you said?
Yes, please.
Alright.
Do you need any money up front, or...?
Yes, please. The ingredients aren't super hard to come by. They'll cost about 10 gold each, but I'm happy to just take a 50% deposit now, just to cover the costs.
Okay, yes. 50% of 10 of 4 is, Gabriella, help me out. 12?
Yes.
9. 28.
What was the question?
50% of 10 of 4 of them,
20 gold.
It's going to be 40. It's 80 altogether. for the 4. 20 gold
I
each.
I can't do math. Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. He started throwing in 10 for some reason when I think he accidentally divided 20 by 50 and then tried to divide by 50 again.
That does sound like me. Okay, so you need 40 now. Or you want 40 now for the ingredients.
40 now would help just cover my ingredients and my time to source them.
Okay, fine. He gets 40 gold out.
He takes it, gives a little nod. I have them ready, 24 hours, and they'll be all brewed and ready to go.
So just as I'm getting the gold out, do I see Sullivan kind of lurking by this beaded
You do not see
area?
Sullivan because he's invisible.
Oh, he's invisible as
They
well.
both have cast invisibility.
Gotcha.
That's why they're
fine.
having such a hard
I'll
time
probably-
doing anything together.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll probably just be waiting by the entrance now.
That's fine. So yeah, that's fine. I'll just give the gold and we'll head out.
Yep, I'll get it started. It'll, it shouldn't take me. I've got to pop out, get a few bits, but yeah, no, I'll have it ready. 24 hours.
Wonderful. That's like a day, right? Cool. We'll come
Whole
back
day,
tomorrow.
yeah. Come back the same time tomorrow, and they'll be bottled, stoppered, and ready to go.
Super. All right, Gabriella, come on. You really need to tell me what you're planning with your potions, because I am not okay with you having volatile shit. Just it's fine. We'll walk and talk. We'll.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Can
Hey,
I
Logan's-
try and put
Logan's-
my foot out to trip up Logan as he's leaving?
Also,
Can do.
Just see if I can make him fall.
Logan, this might be a general, let's call it dex save. As you, fucking face plant, as you're about to go out the door. You trip on a step that's not there, and you just fucking, like, bang, like, hit the fucking ground.
Like my hands just fly up to my head, just making sure my hat's on straight and standing up like fucking floorboards. Okay.
You right there, Logan?
Fine. It's fine. Just a bit of bruised ego. Just get out. And he's going to open the door for Gabriella.
Ladies first. And she'll...
Excuse me?
Sorry. And she'll just...
Are you not a lady anymore?
No,
I'm a lord, so I'm close to a
I was
lady.
just jesting. No,
Are they arguing
And we're
back and
like- we're
forth
like
while
kind
the
of-
door
Yeah,
is
I
open?
believe the
While the
intention
door's
is that.
open.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you and Sullivan
We
slip
will
out in the
slip
street.
out.
so sorry, a quick question. The section where he brews the potions, is it like in this
You
this room?
don't see any alchemist equipment in the open
That's
shop
insane.
floor, no.
Behind that damn beaded
Probably
curtain.
behind that damn bead curtain.
Who the fuck uses a bead curtain nowadays?
People
Right?
who brew potions. Tell me I'm wrong.
motherfucking
To be fair,
Yeah.
it's actually quite effective. Look.
Yeah.
It's a great natural defense mechanism.
Well, to be
We
fair,
go to
the-
break into that fucking tower again, there's just bead curtains everywhere. It's like,
Oh,
fucking
God.
Jesus Christ.
You finally get the Stone of Galore. You go to find where the cartridge racket is kept. There's this giant bead curtain. You're like, fuck.
But it's not only bead curtains, it's bead curtains with beads of fireball on them.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You just touch and die.
You're like, it's
Yeah, but
fine,
I
we'll just brush past.
Have you seen like Baldur's Gate with the barrels? It's that chain reaction. But yeah, you
Right.
leave your Ball's concoctions. He's none the wiser with your good performances all around. So good that you didn't. I didn't call for self check because they were good enough and convincing enough that did keep Schemo distracted. And he had no reason to be actively perceiving against anyone sleuthing around his shop. And you didn't really, give the game up in any other regards. So yeah, you slip out. He turns the shop close sign back to open and pulls the shuttering back up as you leave.
Cool. Yeah, Gabrielle looked below. All right, let's walk. Or she can talk aloud now, sorry. All right, let's walk a bit more so it doesn't look too weird, and we can have a look in the ledger if you got it or something.
I
Yeah,
didn't
if
get
you
a
were-
ledger, but I found a notebook.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, let's
You
just
get
have
anything,
a-
Sullivan?
No, I couldn't find anything. But that back room really caught my attention.
Yeah, I couldn't work out how to get past the bead curtain without it being obvious.
Goddamn beads.
Hmm.
Okay, well, should we go back to the tavern and have a look at this notebook?
Yeah, let's go there.
So
We
like
can
an
have a
out in the
nice
open?
afternoon drink.
I mean,
Or morning drink.
if you know, I need to come back and bring 40 gold. I could always bring it in like silver and copper and just accidentally drop it all over the floor. If you're trying to get through a bead curtain, like, it's just noise, right? It's not a magic bead curtain.
Noise
actually-
and movement.
I mean, with the movement, we can distract him. The noise, the coins also distract him. So,
Just something
Maybe-
that was hard to
so-
communicate while you can't talk.
yeah.
We could have anticipated
Sign or-
that. Maybe the coins could accidentally drop from the counter and make a loud noise.
Yeah.
Several times.
I mean, Logan's enough of an asshole that he could honestly just drop an entire pouch of coppers directly on the counter from a height, and they probably wouldn't question it.
Oh, thank you.
That's a fair point. Anyhow, let's get to the tavern and have a nice read.
You head back to the old familiar.
We'll probably try
Yep.
to nip in somewhere to stop being invisible, just in
Yeah.
case it runs out or I lose concentration, so I don't suddenly stop being invisible out in the open.
Easy enough to do. Eventually make your way back to Bill Alley and back to the old familiar tavern.
It's up the book.
So,
Where are you doing
Why
this?
do
You
you-
doing this in your downstairs, like
Maybe we should do this upstairs privately.
Yeah, probably.
in your private study or your den, or
mayhaps privately.
you go up to the den, where it's a bit more secluded and less prying eyes. Produce the book. The book appears to be a note of a variety of like just get out of jail like free cards, effectively. Nothing super helpful. It's a lot of things like, you know, the sewers at this street and this street. Well, if you go down and you travel like 5 minutes in a this way direction, can take you to this street at this ladder, things like that. But you do find, after skimming through enough time in a safe space, that it does mention Kolat Tars as a safe haven.
Before you say anything, I don't think I found this book. Because
What?
I still have minuses to all my shit because I died and I forgot to minus it.
It's
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
Happened now.
Just realized that there and felt like I needed to.
You
admit to
could
it.
have assisted Sullivan, in which case I will say he would have rolled the
Okay.
nat 13 just because it's happened now and I fucking spilled the beans. Please remember next time
I know.
that you have minuses to all your shit. Only minus 3s at the minute.
Yeah, I know.
So basically helping Sullivan, he could find it. But yeah, it'll give you less helpful information now, though, as a result of that, because fuck you. It's a...
Why is it? But I admitted to my problem.
Well, you know, I'm giving you something as opposed to nothing. So take it as a meet in the middle. It's a compromise.
Shouldn't have said anything.
It mentions Kolat Tars as a possible safe haven, but it does talk about needing a teleportation ring, which you...
So, Sullivan, I'm sure Yagra would be infused to hear about this tidbit, wouldn't she?
100%. Maybe I can take this book to her and this see what
Oh.
it says.
Perhaps we could go for a drink at the awning
It
portal.
makes no mention of Zentarim, Manchun, nothing like that. It just
Well-
mentions Kolat Tars, and it says it says like the outside force. It probably says the exterior force field proved not an issue. However, to get deeper, I would need a teleportation ring. It would be something like that. It's almost like a note of like investigative log, like kind of thing.
Perhaps she could help us get the teleportation ring.
Maybe.
I mean, she's very good at get him.
Or maybe he
Get him.
already has one. Who knows when he made these? Or is there like a date on when
No
he made the
dates.
notes? Maybe he already has one.
Or perhaps there is a teleportation ring behind that room.
So we have to go there again. Well,
Maybe we could
I mean,
go there when he's
I'll
not
let
waiting.
someone make an Arcana check with advantage for teleportation ring.
I'll go for it.
You were a split second ahead of me saying I would do it, so good
My
job.
how
Arcana
about
is
we-
shit.
how about
Actually,
we-
I've got +2 Arcana.
How about
so,
if we each do one check instead of one with advantage?
Me and my +0. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Not bad for a
15.
+0.
Yeah.
The same as the +3.
Both of you have never heard of a ring of teleportation. You've heard of a helm of teleportation before. It's like a helmet that lets you cast a teleport spell. But a ring of teleportation or teleporter ring, nothing ringing any bells for you. I was like, not as like a, maybe as a unique kind of thing, but definitely not as a common, you could just buy this off the street kind of thing.
is that the same? So when the books mention about the barrier, would we assume that's the same barrier that we need the amulet to go past?
Completely up to you. That's what the book says. Draw your own conclusions.
How about the amulet you have to cross over? Maybe he didn't have the amulet. Maybe that's why he wants the ring of teleportation. But we have the amulet now.
Perhaps. Probably.
I'll repeat what I said just so it's completely clear and you have
The
it.
barrier outside wasn't the issue, it was to get further in that he needed
Oh.
teleportation.
The
okay.
exterior barrier proved not an issue. However, to progress further, I would need a ring of... I can't remember if I said either ring of teleportation or teleporter ring, but they're the same thing.
To progress deeper.
Okay, got you.
Cool.
I still think we should just show this to Yagred and see if she can help us source this item. At
Fair
least
enough.
for the journey.
And perhaps we could...
Or maybe the gullets, you know?
Yeah, we can ask around our friends.
Or even that crazy old black staff lady.
Maybe. So, yawning part of us? Grab a drink on the way?
Yeah, why not?
Nice head towards the yawning portal. Perfect. Happens. So as you leave Skills of Concoctions, starting to walk in the direction of the yawning portal, maybe trying to heal a carriage on your way past, eventually you do manage to get one and you begin heading over there for the cost of 1 silver. If anyone would like to cough up that change, if you would like, or you can walk there.
Your will pay silver.
Perfect. Throw open the doors of the yawning portal. You see it is hustling, bustling, full of an eclectic bunch, as it usually is. And as you all kind of stand there and breathe it in, looking for your potential next point of contact for how you plan on storming Kolat Towers, I think that's a pretty good place to stop for the day. And we're going to call it there. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.